What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Playmates toys Turtles X Godzilla, Raph X Rodan, the Mutant of the Sky. And I'm really looking forward to opening this guy up because he looks awesome. That really looks more like a Rodan than anything else, and that's kind of interesting. Yep, we are continuing our kaiju in a half-shell series with Turtles X Godzilla in the 101,200 1200 scale. 1200 scale, okay? There you go. Up from the sewers, 30 stories high, breathing fire, they're half shells in the sky. It's Turtles X Godzilla. Mutants and monsters mash up in this epic TMNT X Godzilla crossover, combining elements of the classic 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV series with the nostalgic styling of the 1978 Godzilla TV series. Interesting. I talked about that in the Godzilla review. It's time to celebrate some unique cowabunga kaiju dudes. Yeah, so there's that. But anywho, we got our second one here with a Raph Rodan. And I like these boxes, by the way. They're fun. Definitely, you know, turtle stylings all the way through here, in my opinion. But yeah, this is very cool. I got it at Target with the rest of the first wave, which is these three. Gotta wait for Donnie for wave 2, I'm assuming. But without any further ado, let's get to this review. And here's Raphy Rodan out of the package. And these things are fun. He comes with his Psy, and they are flaming, like a fire Rodan Psy. Translucent, orangish, reddish plastic here, and then, you know, the handles are in red and yellow. Really cool. Holds him really, really well. He's got translucent wings. And these do come on, you know, in the package. No need to assemble anything here. It looks really good. I like the translucent wings a lot. So that's really cool. It's attached to the shell. He's got a, you know, couple spikes back there, which is cool. You know, it's a little messed up there, but it's fine. Oh, he's got also the little kind of tail wing thing, and that's also in translucent plastic. Kind of like a yellowish. Pretty neat. I like that a lot. I dig that. The legs look really good. He's got the 2 toes, you know, turtle toes. But, you know, all kaiju'd Rodan out. Knee pads are just kind of like armor, but he does have the little pads behind it, you know, the red. It's a nice red throughout. It's a little different here. It's more glossy here, and there, and less glossy here and here. So, that's fine. The R for Raphy Rodan. Pretty cool. I like the chest plate a lot. That is very nicely done. Nice gradient in that. A little brown over the yellow. Really nice. I do dig it. The shading is pretty cool, honestly. And then the head sculpt is awesome. Yeah, it's a little, you know, cut there, whatever. But, you know, see marks and all that. The eyes are, you know, they're okay. A little crazy looking, but the beak is there. It definitely looks more Rodan than Raph, but it looks mad, and I dig that. Because Raphy's mad. You know, the banana looks pretty good. Little horns look alright. Little gloppy paint back there, but I'm letting most of this go. I don't really care. It's just fun to have these. Teeth, tongue looks okay. The arms look decent. They are attached here, so it does give them a little bit of a, you would think a little bit of a problem with the articulation. And it does a little bit, but not as bad as you would think, because there's some good bend to these. And they cut them in the right spots, so you have that extra give. I think that was pretty smart on their part. The rest of the articulation, the head moves. The shoulders. Yeah, you're not getting a lot of forward motion. You can, but it's not a ton. The elbows, the wrists, just kind of turn. Yeah, you are limited a bit, but, you know, you can go up and down, that's fine. There's nothing at the waist. The legs have a hinge, a swivel there. moves pretty well. Knee, same thing. And the ankle, the same thing. So, yeah, you know, his articulation is not the best or anything. It's pretty basic. But it's cool, and I do dig this guy overall. I think it looks pretty fun for Rodani Raph. And for our size comparisons, first up here is Raphy Rodan with his brothers, Mikey Ghidorah and Leozilla. And you might have seen the Leozilla review already. If you haven't, do check it out. And do stay tuned for the Mikey Ghidorah review. Here's Rodan with a couple of movie Monster Series figures, a couple of Playmates, and last but not least, a couple of Rodans. And my final thoughts, this is a really fun little piece. Raphy Rodan, I really like it because I love Rodan, I love Raphael, so it's a nice crossover. In total, this TMNT Godzilla thing is very cool. I love Godzilla, obviously. I love turtles, so for me, this is great. These 5-inch figures are very cool. I think they're like 5-inch figures, maybe like 5.5-inch figures. They're a little small. They're the classic turtle size, so your mileage is going to vary how you feel about the $15.99. But like I mentioned in the Godzilla review, I think there's some licensing involved. But they do give you a more collectible packaging if you want to keep that packaging. I don't know if I'm going to keep the packaging, but I get the price. And I don't mind the price because this is a really, really fun figure. This is a really fun line, so for me, it's totally cool. Much cheaper than a lot of things I buy, that's for sure. And it comes with weapons, so, and the weapons are cool. I like this figure. I think it looks good. I think the skin texture looks good. I don't really talk about it too much. But there's some shading in there as well, and that's cool. And there's some shading actually in the translucent wings, which are really, really nice. So overall, I think Raphy Rodan is a winner here, as was Godzilla. We got one more in Wave 1 to do. That's Mikey Ghidorah. Do stay tuned for that review coming up shortly. But for now, hope you dug this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, watch, comment, sub yourself for daily content. And let me help you diversify your collection with some crossover figures. Till next time, peace out, peeps.